What's going on, guys? It's Lucky, and I tweeted out a few days ago that should I do a review on Uber and like my experience on riding for Uber. A lot of people seem interested in it, and I'm not sure if that's because they want to start it or just want to know more information of what kind of pay you get as an Uber driver. But I should really rephrase that to Uber cyclist, because I don't do in a car. I do it on a pedal bike. I'll get that later in the video because I'm actually thinking of switching to an electric bike. So essentially, I started Uber. I think it was around the second week in November. It took me about a month to get on because apparently I had two accounts on Uber. I didn't realize I had two accounts until I actually got contacted by Uber and they said, we can't accept you right now because you got two accounts, you need to disable one. So I finally decided to choose one. I didn't even know I had two, but clearly I did. So I'm going to walk you through on how much I earn and how much time I actually work for. Now, this isn't something that you can just go on the app, you click go, you have to wait around. So it says like online hours, as you can see here. That will be like maybe 5 hours, but in reality, I've worked for like 2 hours. You know, you don't get jobs instantly unless it's a really busy day. Then, you know, you will get really high paid jobs as well because the fare goes up depending on how busy the area is. In my area, the pay is a 1.5 times the average fare. So every time I go and do a job, my minimum fare I get is about £4.80. Now that to me is fine. You know, I've literally had 2-minute jobs. Like I live like literally probably about a 15-second walk from McDonald's, and I can go and deliver food within like a minute because there's people who order around mine, and it's just, you know, for me it's really convenient. You know, I can just go and drop this off. Now that would vary a lot, depend obviously because they have like a 3-mile radius or something like that. I have delivered some food like 2 miles away, 2.5 miles away, and to be honest, it's decent pay. It's not sustainable for, you know, paying rent and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube moaning about it, like, oh, we're not getting paid enough, we're going on strike. Dude, it's a self-employed job. You knew how much you were getting paid, so, you know, it's just so stupid that people moan. Like, I've seen people moan in America like $800 a week isn't enough. Dude, $800, how much is that in our money? So £635 a week. Now, that is a lot of money to be working when you want, and you are complaining that you're getting just under £650 a week. It's enough money to, you know, be able to pay rent. You know, that's that a week. So that a month is like £2,400 a month. Now that's 25 grand roughly a year. That's about an average paid job to work when you want, not a 9 to 5 job. That's literally you 10 on the app, you 10 off the app when you don't want to do it. But we're not talking about taxis and stuff like that. We're talking about a pedal bike on Uber Eats. A lot of people have told me to get a scooter, otherwise known as like a motorbike, the little tiny ones that 16, 17-year-olds can get. Well, 17-year-olds on a provisional, stuff like that. Provisional licenses in the UK, I'm not sure about anywhere else. I don't really care. But I'm not interested in paying petrol, insurance, paying for driving lessons and stuff like that or whatever else. That just costs too much. I'd rather, like, I'm on a diet now, so I want to keep fit, so I want to pedal. Now that comes down to why I want an electric bike. The electric bike can give you that boost because going uphill on a mountain bike is really tough. I actually got quoted £25 a month for the bike. I can make easily £25 plus on a day, depending on how long I work. Now, the past few weeks has been really tough for money because I've been doing university deadlines and stuff like that, so I haven't been able to work as much as I hoped. yesterday was a very good day. I'll get into that in a sec. So anyway, again, I started on the first or second week in November. I'm not sure. So obviously didn't earn it in here because I wasn't on Uber. This week I actually was able to work. I was just waiting for the bike I ordered. I've actually got a mountain bike. It's quite heavy. It's not too heavy. It's fine. You know, I can get up hills and stuff like that. I've been using it for a month now, literally a month, and I've had no problems. I did order a second mountain bike, and it was just way too heavy. I couldn't even get up a hill. That's how heavy it was. Maybe a road bike would be ideal, but again, you know, I prefer a mountain bike. I'm more comfortable on a mountain bike. So on November 12th to 18th, I earned £83.45. The acceptance rate is basically whenever you decline a job. It's annoying to get jobs that are like 2 miles away. Like when I first started, I thought I have to be there like within like 10 minutes. You've got half an hour, and that's what I've realized the past week. So I always used to cancel jobs just because there's no way on earth I can get somewhere in like 10 minutes. So now I can just relax, get to there within 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and get the job. But I didn't know that when I first started. I actually got banned twice off Uber. Not for the acceptance rate and stuff like that. They just wanted to check up. So if you do get banned, just ask why you got banned so you can reflect. But I got banned twice just so they can check if I know how to deliver food and stuff like that. The first time I got banned was actually quite annoying, but you know what can you do? They're just checking on you. It doesn't really matter. So this week I earned £83.45. I done 17 trips. Again, 17 hours online. That doesn't reflect how long you've worked. So the Monday on November 12th, I earned £15.40. Again, I started really late. It was pretty quiet on this day as well. As you can see, the time gap. Like these two deliveries were pretty close, but this one to this one is actually quite a difference. So it wasn't too bad. I traveled probably a total of like 2.5 miles, 3 miles, and I earned £15 after what, half an hour, 39 minutes. I earned £15.40. Already that's pretty good. I wish I could have worked more, but again, first time on the job, I was pretty tired. I haven't, before this day, I didn't ride a bike. I haven't rode a bike before then for like, I don't know, 5, maybe longer years. So for me to get on a mountain bike on a road going up hills and stuff like that, first try was pretty good for me. You guys can all sit in the comments and laugh or whatever. I really don't care. But that's just me. So the first day 15.40. The next day, again, 3 jobs, pretty dead as you can see. 1 p.m, 4 p.m, 8 p.m. You know, it's almost like 3 to 4 hour gaps. But again, it's okay money. I only worked for, let's say, about an hour. So we done better on the first day and the second day. I think the Tuesday I was actually badly dehydrated. I forgot to take water. Make sure you take water if you do an Uber Eats. You're gonna need it, especially when you're going uphill a lot. Then we move on to the Thursday. You know, I'm getting fitter after the second day. My legs are starting to hurt but grow muscle. So I actually had 6 jobs on this day, and I earned £29.06. Not sure where the 6p came from. Not sure how that's calculated, but nevertheless, it was okay pay. I think it was like a 1.3 for most of the jobs. I'm not gonna show the distances on like a map and stuff like that because it does show the address. I'm not gonna share that information. It's their private information, so I'm not gonna share that. But as you can see, the mileage here, I actually done 2.6 miles. I got £7 for that. I done that in 24 minutes. That just shows the improvement in fitness. Because if I go back here, no, 36 minutes for 1.14 miles. So I'm actually getting a lot fitter as I go on. Okay, so we're actually on November 19th to 25th. I earned £66.92. Now I only done 12 trips. I done 2 driver cancellations. One was because my bike chain fell off. So I had to go and fix that. It actually fell off before I was going to the delivery to pick up the food, so I had to cancel it just to fix the chain. The second time, I'm not sure what happened, but obviously there's a reason for me to be cancelling it. It was a while ago, so I don't know. I didn't even work that much this week, but I done £50 in 2 days, essentially pretty good. The pay was actually 1.5, which was actually quite good. So minimum it was £4.80, and then sometimes you get tips and stuff like that. But again, I've only had like 4 tips out of the 58 trips I've done. So just don't expect tips. That's what you don't do. I'm not expecting them. You know, when people give me a tip, like on the app, I'm really grateful. Especially when it's raining and stuff like that. You know, they're giving you it because you've delivered their food in the rain or whatever. Next week after that, so this is the 3rd week. I think this is the week I got banned. I think, not too sure. But I done really poor. This was actually coming up to a university deadline as well, so I worked as much as I could. I was actually on. It was a week before. I think it was this weekend I got banned. And then we go into this. So it was okay. I wasn't too fussed, but again, not bad. Okay money. Still £50 for the week, you know. And then we move on to yesterday's. This was yesterday's, wasn't it? Oh no, this is this week's. Sorry. So Tuesday we done 3 journeys. I actually work super late. I normally get back about 10 o'clock. I don't like staying out late. It's, you know, I want to get in, do some like computer work or whatever. So this day I work super late. Starts at 7 p.m. ends at like 10 p.m. I done 2 miles in 21 minutes. So essentially I worked probably an hour, 20 quid, not bad, 10 quid an hour. Moving on to Thursday, I done 5 deliveries. It was pretty full with deliveries. I done as much as I could. Sometimes these were all 1.3s instead of 1.5, so not that impressive, but you know, it still works. You can't really control that unless you go to an area where there's 1.5, 1.4, like 1.8 sometimes, and there's even some with 2 points. So per delivery you will get like £8.80. So we've got that was £26.52. We actually didn't get any tips, I don't think. Oh, we did. We got £6 tips, which is pretty good, you know. And everyone who's tipped me, I'm always very thankful on the app and stuff like that. Again, I always leave people customer reviews. I've never had to actually give someone a negative review, so that's good. But again, pretty good money. £81.71. I actually will be working later today probably. I like give myself a few hours. I normally work about 4 o'clock till 10 o'clock, so it gives me enough time. And then this was yesterday, so today is Sunday the 16th, and so far I haven't worked today. But yesterday was all 1.5 deliveries, so what that means is, again, £4.80 minimum, which was actually really good money. Yesterday I felt like I could have carried on all day, but again, it got to the 10 o'clock mark, and I just don't want to be out at like 10 o'clock. It was absolutely raining with gale force winds, and mixing those two with a mountain bike going uphill is not good at all. I've got a front disc brake, and that was just getting too wet. I couldn't get up hills, I couldn't brake going down a hill because it was just so loud, and sometimes the brake would give up. And it was just not ideal weather conditions. That's why I think I received so much tips. I can see £6, just because obviously people were grateful that I deliver food in the rain and stuff like that. But we done it. We done actually 7 deliveries, which was actually really good. I think that's my most deliveries on a day, and that was just really good money. So I think overall I've earned about £300 in the month. That was just on a pedal bike, working a few hours a day, Like this is literally what, there's half an hour roughly, 19, 27, about 140 minutes. So that's pretty decent for like 2 hours 20 minutes. £33.83. You know, it's pretty good money. You know, as again, I'm a student, so I don't have all the time in the world. I still have to do university work and stuff like that. I'm actually interested in keeping working for them when I leave uni. I graduate in May, so um, for that much time and that kind of money, you know, it's okay. It's not substantial, but I believe with the electric bike, I earn quite a bit more. I can do deliveries a lot faster, and yeah, that's pretty decent. Again, the electric bike was £25 a month, I think. Yeah, about 25 to £30 a month. Now, as you can see, I earned that anyway, so I can easily pay it. I would suggest getting an electric bike, maybe, if you can afford it. But yeah, this has just been an average of what I've earned on Uber the past month. £300 for the month, working when I want, working a few hours a day, isn't bad at all. It's enough to pay rent. That's good. That's my aim. So yeah, that's pretty good. If you guys are interested, then the link will be in the description to join up. You get some kind of royalty from it. You guys do and I do as well. After so many deliveries, I'll put all the information what you need and stuff like that. You will need a passport or driving license, and some other valid IDs and stuff like that. Upon applying, you will get told what you need and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, the links will be in the description, as I said. If you guys have enjoyed this video, then make sure you drop a like, and also let me know in the comments what you guys think. If anyone's watching this that worked or works for Uber, Uber Eats, I'm not too interested in the taxi area. I'm never going to work in the taxi area. I prefer to just work when I want and not in a car. It just costs too much in a car. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will catch